Hi, Rodney.
Hey, Jana, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to be talking to you.
Same here.
And yes, it's a, oh my God. I was like, are we really living in a simulation? It's crazy, right? I want to know like what was like why this topic attract you a lot so much about this simulation, living in the matrix.
Well, I mean, the last kind of projects I've done have all been in sort of a hybrid of documentary and horror. And this is an idea that's both kind of scary, but it also has a science fiction quality to it. And I thought just the challenge of doing a documentary science fiction movie was one that I was really interested in tackling. And as I, kind of look back into things that have, obsessed me or interested me over the years, it connects to, topic after topic, after topic from, 90s science fiction movies to episodes of Lost in Space, that to, um, to books and comics. Um, and, at a certain point, I started getting interested in simulation theory and reading about it, and it just started to overwhelm me of how many places I would see references to it and how many people I would hear talking about it, or seeing it as an explanation for the increasingly surreal world that that we're living in these days.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. And watching your documentary, you see you did a lot of like research. I think it was incredible. Well done. How much time like and how much material did you have and to decide, which is gonna make the cuts to the documentary?
Well, I mean, I was poking a stick at the idea for 2 or 3 years before, at least before, starting in earnest. And then it was about a year and a half, year and 3 quarters, from when we really started to when we finished up. You know, if there's, 8 people, I think, who are in the film now, there were probably 30 that I spoke to, in most of them for 2 or 3 hours. And then there were, a list of, another 100 people that I could have talked to. So the shape of it was something that, evolved over the course of making it. When I started making the movie, I didn't know what it was going to be. It was only from dialing into not only what was interesting for me in these conversations, but what sort of connected to what other people were saying, and there are often similar kind of threads that would recur from one person to another.
Interesting. It's a lot of like details, and which I think was like it was incredible, well done, and especially the research, especially me that it's not that I don't follow, I don't read a lot about simulations or anything like that, even though I have two persons here in my house that play a lot of gaming. So
Uh-huh.
they're always in the during part of the day in the matrix. So I don't know. It's
I want to make a movie that required a degree in quantum physics to understand. Um,
yeah.
or even though video games are a part of it because they're such an interesting metaphor for how it could work. Um, I mean, I don't play a ton of games. My son does. And I used to play really simple ones years and years ago, but it's still loud and clear to me, the increasing influence they have on people and the bigger part of the way they're really becoming such a major part of our culture and in people's lifestyles.
No, yeah. They right now, my son used to play Minecraft. Now he's playing Fortnite, and
I'm in half of my kid.
it's incredible how there's some other stuff that makes his life outside that game. I was like, oh my God, it's crazy. But anyway, that is just me thinking that it's crazy. But getting like interview those people that looks like the avatars, you need to, they're like open, very quick to talk to you, like very, oh, you need to gain trust of them. Oh, how was like their process like?
I don't know. I just tried to let people go, ask, very simple, open-ended questions. The four people who we use avatars for, those were all folks who found us after we announced that we were making the film. So they were already anxious to tell their stories. But the less that I talk in one of these, the less time that I have to talk in one of these interviews, the better job I'm doing.
And now your movie is gonna be premiering at Sundance, and very excited about it. And like, what do you think? What do you think? That's not a question. What do you want people to take out or to understand about your documentary?
Well, I mean, there's the idea of simulation theory itself, which is kind of fascinating to roll around your head. But I think ultimately, if it sort of creates conversations not only about simulation theory, but just about the way that each of us sort of makes a model of the world inside our heads, and to try to find space to live in a world that everybody's world is a little bit different, but the more and more overlap I think that you can find with one another, the healthier you're going to be. But I don't necessarily have the answer to how to make that happen, especially these days where it seems that more and more people are living in completely separate worlds from one another.
That's right. And as I maybe it's too early to ask about this, but are you already working in your next project?
I'm spinning two or three things at this. I've got two or three plates in the air. I haven't gone back to full time on any one project yet.
Great. So I just want to thank you, Rodney, for your time, and I want to congratulate you on the premiere at Sundance. And I hope everybody liked the documentary, see the little details that I noticed, and I hope everybody liked it. Thank you
Right.
so much for your time.
Thank you, Jen. Good to talk to you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.